Have you ever woken up to your sweet little angel all of a sudden becoming a little monster? Okay, this might be a bit of an exaggeration, but some have made it out to be like this.
What did you do? That's not nice. No, you bad boy. That's not nice at all.
Hey YouTubers, you've reached Ricco's channel and this is Ricco. So recently I've been having a lot of questions and concerns on why their bird has all of a sudden become aggressive or other behavioral changes out of nowhere. If there is no cause for these type of behaviors, chances are your bird is just going through what's called the bluffing stage. Some have said that this is brought on from hormones, transitioning from a juvenile into an adult, almost similar to preteen years. Some have said that this type of behavior is brought on for survival instincts. Although some birds, but not all, go through what's called the bluffing stage, Indian ringneck parrots are more prone to the bluffing behavior than other birds, but again, not all. Bluffing stages can happen anywhere between the age of 4 months to 1 year and can last anywhere from 1 to 3 weeks, although there have been some birds that have lasted for months. Some indications that your bird may be going through the bluffing stages are your bird's behavior pretty much changed overnight or in a couple days. Nips, has become aggressive, now lunges, bites, maybe even territorial. Keep in mind that some of these behaviors can also be brought on from seasonal changes like spring when birds become hormonal. Also, make sure to observe your bird for any other reasons to be behaving like this for no apparent reason like illnesses or any other concerns. If ever you're not sure, just ask your avian vet just to be safe. From my personal experience, I had both the male ringneck parrots go through the bluffing stage. From my observation, I found that it both happened once the birds were settled in comfortably into the new surroundings at home. Here are 2 examples that I experienced. Chico was 6 months old when I brought him home. He was more outgoing, not afraid of anything, very friendly. Chico was never a cuddler and more of a challenge. He would always push his limit, but was never aggressive by any means. About 3 weeks of having him home, he became more aggressive and very difficult to handle. This behavior lasted about 1 good month. With a lot of positive reinforcement and patience, his aggressiveness eventually stopped and he went back to being his happy, energetic self. Now, Ricco was also 6 months old when I brought him home. He was more timid and shy. Took him a bit longer to come out of his shell and did not go through the bluffing stages until about 2 months later of him being home. Ricco's did not last long at all and wasn't bad at all, only lasted for about 1 week and was nothing compared to Chico's. I believe at this point he was just coming out of his shell and trying to find himself and kind of testing the waters, as they would say. Although he never went back to being extremely cuddly, he still went back to being sweet and gentle. All I needed to do with Ricco was talk gently and be calm for Ricco to go back to being himself. If your bird is going through the bluffing stages, the best thing that you can do is completely ignore this behavior. This does not mean that you should no longer interact with your bird or lock them in a cage. If anything, you want to be interacting with them more. I realize they do become more nippy and aggressive during this time, but just keep an eye on their body behavior like Ricco's doing. He's pinning his eyes. He's giving me a warning of indication that he doesn't want to be bothered by putting his head down. So these are the signs that you want to pay attention so that way you can avoid being bitten altogether. If for some reason you miss these signs, the best thing that you can do is just do not react. Place your bird down, either walk away, ignore them. Never yell at your bird. This will only encourage your bird to continue the negative behavior. It's best to just talk softly and gently to calm your bird down. Never hit your bird. This will only make your bird more fearful of you and make your bird bite more out of fear. Hitting a bird is also very dangerous and can cause injuries to your bird. Always use positive reinforcement instead of negative. That way your bird will associate good behavior with treats or a good outcome. Sometimes your bird just simply needs a time out, and then you can simply go back to doing what you were doing initially. I promise you that the bluffing stages will pass, but how you react to this behavior can affect how your birds behave long term. I always recommend that you do proper research before bringing home a bird. It's a really big responsibility. Unfortunately, so many birds are either given up for adoption or end up living the rest of their lives locked up in a cage because either the novelty has worn off or unfamiliar behaviors such as bluffing arise. This is the fate and reality for some birds, sad but true. I hope this video helped you. If you have any questions, leave me a comment. I'll do my best to help you out. Don't forget to subscribe and give me a thumbs up. And thanks for watching. Bye for now.